Hey nigga, I'm stuck in my ways. That's on them, letting cowards fill up they ranks. Goddamn, lost tribes got them following waves. Lord.
I got big ring, you mad, get stained, work hard, then play, bad bitch, my taste, we vibe, we lay, you purple, you gay, delete ass, lil' fame, I'm on wall, not the same, 4-0, 4-0, these people, 4-0, I try to tell these motherfuckers time and time, 4-0, pussy ass, purple ass nigga, man, 4-0, but get your born ass right. Niggas better get their weight up, you little body bitch. Worry about a damn pay cut, you little body bitch. I ain't worried about none of these niggas, little body bitch. You that scare rag, cow ass little body bitch. Had to fuck around, get my rank up, you little body bitch. And I'm pouring up, y'all young nigga, and I'ma take a sip. Yeah. All these niggas run down, hate, but tell them zip it lip. And you a dumb ass, scare ass, boy, little body bitch. And I ain't worried about nothing, nigga, nah, I ain't worried about shit. I got more than one, so you know nigga don't reminisce. I spit flavors on they damn beats, niggas better catch a pitch. Never knew a goddamn man be scared to represent. But you a whole ass, dirt ass, little damn body ass nigga. Get body with the damn scripture with your little body ass nigga. Nigga, I'm a true priest, true line nigga, true Zion ass nigga. And you a little boy, little bitch ass, little body ass nigga. I got big ring, you mad, get stained, work hard, then play. Bad bitch, my taste, we vibe, we lay, you purple, you gay, you leech ass, lil' fame, I won't walk, not the same, 4-0, 4-0, I tell them, nigga, 4-0, get your shit together, nigga, 4-0, work it. I'ma do this shit till I rock, you little body bitch. I'ma ditch your ass like your pot, you little body bitch. And I'm smooth with it, y'all zop, you little body bitch. And I switch nigga on that thought, you little body bitch. And I'ma stay turning like the cars, you little body bitch. And I'm so cold like a bun, you little body bitch. And I'm a warrior like that Gabar, you little body bitch. And my aim like that a zop, you little body bitch. Need a princess pop out, you little body bitch. Or anyone down the slide, you little body bitch. Yeah. I keep a couple straps in my ride, you little body bitch. Just in case anyone wanna die, cause I'm body bitch. I got big ring, you mad, get stained, work hard, then play, bad bitch, my taste, we vibe, we lay, we purple, we gay, you leech ass, lil' fame, I won't walk, I sing, 4-0. 4-0.
How you going down? Shalom, Israel. It's the Israelite School, Universal Practical Knowledge. Start out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, and Commander Junior Hunt. You know what I'm saying? This is the Thursday night scripture breakdown class. This is where we break down the scriptures that are like no other, man. You can't learn the Bible. Uh, you can't learn the Bible by just reading it. Man. You understand? The scriptures say that you have to be taught. You have to be taught these scriptures, man. And you definitely ain't gonna learn these scriptures right here in the Christian church, or the Catholic church, or the Mormon church, or the Pentecostal church. You ain't gonna learn none of these scriptures right here in the church. The only way you're gonna learn about how these scriptures and get a good understanding of these scriptures is right here in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Tonight's topic is going to be the true Black history, real Black history is right inside of the Bible. I know through Hollywood and through the oppressor's interpretation, everybody in the Bible seems to be white. Every time you watch a movie about Moses or Jesus Christ or any of the disciples, even the angels, everybody is white. That's not what the Bible says. And this is Black History Month, but your real true history is right in the Bible. You understand? But we're gonna break y'all how we usually do. If you're a black, if you're a black, Hispanic, or Native American, then you are Israelite according to the Bible. Not according to me, man. According to the Bible. When you when you find out that you are Israelite, you understand, from one of these 12 tribes, then it's time for you to come back to your culture. It's time to come back into your way of life, man. All of that was stripped from you when you came into captivity. Now it's the time to come back into your culture and your history and your ways of life that were given to you by the Most High. The first thing you're going to need is a King James Bible, 1611 King James Bible. This is close as you're going to get to the original text that was translated from Greek and the original Hebrew. The original Hebrew and Greek. This is as close as you're going to get. You don't need any other reiteration of the Bible. The only thing it's going to do is confuse you and confound you. The closest thing that you can get to the original scrolls that were written in Hebrew is the 1611 King James Bible. This was translated by a brother named King James, man. That brother had these records translated. He didn't write the Bible. He had it translated into English. You understand? Second of all, if you don't have a Bible with the Apocrypha in it, make sure you get the Apocrypha. This is the complete word and record of the Most High. You need this because this is a very important book in the Bible. It talks about your Greek captivity, how you became to not call yourself by Israel, where they made it a crime to call yourself Israelite. How you was forced to take on the customs of your oppressor, man. All of that is in this Bible, man. It's very important that you have the Apocrypha included in your studies, in your Bible. You also need a Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary. You need this so you can look up words and understand what you're reading and read it in its proper context. Without this, it's going to be very difficult for you to understand the Bible when it was translated from Hebrew into Greek and written in Old English. It's going to be very difficult. So you need to make sure that you have your Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary so you can get a clear understanding of what you read. And also make sure that you take down notes so you can build up your precepts, man. Precept upon precept, line upon line. Make sure that you take down these notes so you can arm yourself with the word of the Most High. We're going to get into our topic tonight. We're gonna get into our topic tonight, which is the Bible is real black history, man. You understand? You're not gonna learn this in school, you're not gonna learn this at your church or anything like that. You ain't gonna learn this on the History Channel or nothing, because this is what so that's what we're gonna get into tonight. You know, it's the true history. You know what I'm saying? The true black history is in the Bible. So let's see. Let's start from the top. Let's get the book of Deuteronomy. Get the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68. All right, this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68. It reads, "And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way of I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more, and that you shall be sold unto your enemies for bond men and bond women, and no man shall buy you." This is your history, black man. You understand? You are the people that were sold into bondage, man. You are people. We are a people that seen our homeland. You understand? We are the people that have been in captivity for 400 years under this oppression. You understand? Because of our disobedience to the Most High, He allowed these heathens, you know what I'm saying, to be our punishment, man, being up under them. Because in our time when we supposed to be obedient and holy and separate, we decided that we wanted to join with the other people. You understand? So when you join with other people, somebody got to be in charge. If you join with other people, they, you know what I'm saying? You'll take on their culture. You'll take on their way of life. So being that we want to take on the other nation's way of life, we're at the bottom of their society. You understand? But we are the people that was taken into Egypt again. Egypt means bondage, man. So it just means that the Lord will bring us back into bondage, you know. This time we went into bondage with ships. You understand? You are the people that was on those cargo slave boats, man. At the bottom of those slave ships, stacked up like sardines, man. You understand? There's no other people that went into slavery. You know what I'm saying? Like that. And it says, "I shall see it no more again. You shall be sold." And this is us, man. This is us being sold time and time again. Understand? This was the last slavery, man. That in our disobedience, we was in captivity time and time again under other nations. Understand? And we have not been. Nobody has been able to redeem us in this captivity. You know, no nation has come and redeemed us, meaning you know uh, free us from this slavery that we live into. You know, they say you should be sold unto your enemies for bond men and bond women. And that's the man and the child and the wife and the children. You know, and we've been here for 400 years. They tell you that the Africans are your people, but the Africans never did come and redeem. The Africans not one time sent not one ship over here to get black people. You know what I'm saying? To bring back their people. You know why? Because you are not an African. You are so much greater than a goddamn Hamite, than a damn African. You are the true chosen people of the Most High, man. Only only way you're gonna be freed out of this captivity is by the Most High. You understand? And the way for us to seem worthy for the Most High to send Christ back to redeem us, to free us out of this bondage that we've been in for 400 years, is for us to come back to the law, statutes, and commandments. That's the only way we're going to find our way out of this situation. There's no amount of voting. There's no amount of cooperating with the other nations. You know, the Christian church tell you when you just need to come together and work with all the other nations. The only thing that's going to do is make you just a subdued slave. The only thing that does is make you more easy to be for another nation to put their foot on your neck. You understand? The Most High told us what to do, and it's the opposite of what the Christian church tells you to do. The Christian church tells you to come together with everybody, but the Most High said you can separate yourself from the other nations because you are holy. You understand? He said he severed you from the other nations. The last thing he wants you to do is try to come together with the other nations, like the Christian church and Martin Luther King and all of these so-called black leaders say for you to do. Man. The thing we need to focus on is us coming together as a people. being obedient to the Most High. Let's get the book of Deuteronomy chapter 29, verse 1. These are the words of the covenant which the Lord commanded Moses to make with the children of Israel in the land of Moab. Besides the covenant which he had made with them, we had a covenant with the Most High. You understand? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We all went into captivity together, man. Same thing that the blacks, so-called blacks went through. It's the same thing that the North American Indian, the tribe of Gad. You understand? The same thing that the North American tribe of Gad went through, so-called Hispanic brothers, tribe of Issachar and other tribes that went through. We all been oppressed simultaneously, man. You understand? In the same way we went into captivity together, we're gonna come up out. So the number one thing that we need to do is come together as the nation of Israel. Let's drop this. Let's get the book of Job, chapter 30, verse 30. Let's get into what the Christian church will never tell you about is in the Bible, man. They tell you don't worry about color. Don't worry about what color Christ was. Don't worry about what color don't worry about what color the disciples was and all of that. But it's in the Bible. You know, you have to understand that the Christian church is against the Most High, man. Everything that the Christian church does is a total contradiction of what Christ and the Most High stand for, man. The Christian church tells you that you know Christ didn't have a color ain't in the Bible, and all of that. You know why the Christian church? You know why your black leaders in the Christian church and your Catholic church or whatever whatever denomination that you might be into is all Christianity. You understand? It all falls up under the brother of the Catholic Church, you know, because they didn't want you to know that you were from the lineage of the greatest man that ever lived on the face of earth. Man. They don't want you to know that you God's chosen people. Like I said, once you start thinking, well, I'm God's chosen people, then you're going to start taking on the ways of your forefathers. You understand? You're going to put away the pagan days. You're going to put away the sinful dietary that you have. You're going to start conducting yourself like your forefathers. That's the last thing they want you to do, because when you choose to do that, then that's when the Most High starts to hear your prayers. That's when the Most High observes you being obedient. You know, and that's when the Most High is on your side. When the Most High is on your side, nothing that anything that the oppressor could do, you know, to stand in your way, you know, because you have the Most High with you. So the Christian church is in their best interest, not to teach you this, man. And it might be because the Christian church just doesn't even know. Your pastor, he doesn't know these scriptures like Commander Junior Howard. You understand? But this is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, man. We teach you practical knowledge. That's what this Bible is about. This Bible is about practical knowledge, man. You understand? For blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. It's the book of Job, chapter 30, verse 30. My skin is black upon me, and bones are buried in heat. This is a brother, man. You know what I'm saying? Telling you that he is a black man. This brother, you know what I'm saying? This brother said he's so black that his skin is black upon him. You know? He's so black, he black to his bones. You know, this is powerful, man. Because this goes against what they have told you, man. This goes against what you see on these movies. This goes against all the paintings and books that you see. Time and time again, you see a race of people that do not look like you. You see the same people that have been cruel and evil to you for 400 years. These supposed to be, you know what I'm saying, the same people of God. Well, that's not who they are, man. Your goddamn oppressor that's been over you for 400 years is the goddamn devil. You understand? And you, black man and black woman, and Native American man and Hispanic man, you are the true chosen people of God. The same people that they call niggas, spicks, and savages. You are the people, the holy people of the Bible. It's time for us to wake up and realize that we have been lied to for hundreds of years. This identity was taken away from you by a cruel slave master. But now that the Most High put the Lord's chosen people, you know, now that the Most High has put his priests and prophets back in the earth, now it's time for us to wake up. That's what the ISUPK is for. We're here to wake up our people. Know that their ways that they have taken on, you know, are evil, man. All of the goddamn devil. It's time for us to turn away from the slave master's ways and come back to our ways. Let's get the book of Leviticus, chapter 2, verse 7. This is just something I want to bring out, man. Even the oppressor said, "Oh, she niggas love to eat fried chicken. That's all they want to do." You know, that's crazy. You know? Yeah, since you claim that we love to eat chicken so much, it's right here in the Bible. You know, brothers been and sisters been frying chicken for thousands of years. Man. It's right here in the scriptures. Man. It's the book of Leviticus, chapter 2, verse 7. And if thou make an oblation, be a meat offering, baking in frying pan, and it should be made of fine flour with oil. You understand? Our culture and our history is all through this Bible. You know, the oppressor, he always finds a way to take your culture and make millions and billions of dollars. Them brothers that went to war in North Korea, South Korea, they went over there and they took their culinary skills, their survival skills that they had, you know, when they went to war, and they start showing, you know, the native people that they was frying chicken, man. You know, That's why you have all of these Korean and Chinese nations setting up in your neighborhood trying to sell you wings. And they'll never say that they got this culture of frying chicken from the GI vets that was in North Korea and Vietnam. Every place you step, black man, you set the culture. Everywhere you go, people look to you and want to be just like you. They don't want to go through the things that you go through. But your style, the way you talk, and the way your music, everything, all of the good stuff they can strip from you and use for themselves, they take it. And frying chicken is just another thing, that the Most High gave us, man. Just part of our culture that was, you know, that was taken by the other nations. Forget about the adult pretzel, man. That's why you have KFC and Popeyes and Chick-fil-A and all that stuff. This is something that you used to, just do on the regular. This is your way of eating and surviving. But chicken was a dirty animal, a couple of years ago. Nobody wanted to eat chicken. They was eating ducks and geese and all kind of other birds. Chicken was looked down upon. But everything that a black man and a Hispanic man and a Native American man touches, and he turns into something. And our history and our culture is all through the Bible. It has absolutely nothing to do with any other nation. It has everything to do with us. Let's drop this. Let's get the book of Songs of Solomon, chapter 1. This is Song of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 5. The first words of this is I am black, but come. You understand? Solomon, no matter what the oppressor says in his movies and his television shows, and his artwork, you have to remember that he is the goddamn devil that the Bible speaks. Anything that he teaches is going to be beneficial for him to stay on top. He has no interest in letting you know that you are from the race of the greatest people of the face of the earth. Life. He has no vested interest in letting you know who you are. Because right now you just believe that you are a Republican or a Democrat or a Christian or an African American, or just a nigger, man. You are the greatest people on the face of the earth. You are the people that have a covenant with the Most High. This is the brother Solomon. This brother said, I am black for coming. O you daughters of Jerusalem, as the tents of Kedar and the curtains of Sodom. This brother right here, you know, let the sisters know that he is black and beautiful, black and handsome. You know, this is you, black man. You know, that your skin, man. You know, it's just one of the many skin colors that we have in the 12 tribes of Israel. But your bloodline, that's what's most important. You know, and you brothers and sisters that came over on these slave ships, man. You understand? You know, you are from the lineage of Christ. You are the lineage of the tribe of Judah. That should be it's so important to you that you have the same blood of King David, the same blood of Moses, the same blood of Jesus Christ, Salaki, Abishai. You understand? You're not going to learn this in the Christian church. The Christian church is there to make you feel good about sin. It wants you to continue to sin because as long as you continue to sin, you're going to continue to feel bad about sin. You feel guilty about doing something. You sometimes you know you try to do something to make up for it. The thing that he wants you to do is pay for the Christian church wants you to pay for sin. They want you to come out your pockets. If you feel guilty, okay, well, you know, the Lord, God forgives you. Now put your money in his collection plate. That's how the Christian church operates. Once they get their money up out of you, I'm gonna have a little concert, sing and dance and act the fool, and you know, I'm good. Go back out there and sin again, and I'll see you next Sunday. But Christ told you, you know, go and sin no more. That's what Christ. Let's drop this. Let's get another verse. Let's get the book of Jeremiah, chapter 8, verse 21. It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 8, verse 21. For the hurt of the daughter of my people, and I hurt. This is brother saying, man, when I see my people hurting, I hurt. I'm hurt also. I am black. Astonishment have taken hold of me, you know, and that's the same way I feel. I see my brother, you know, on drugs, man. The same way I see my brothers in prison. It's the same way I feel. I see my brothers getting killed in the street. You know, the people of this Bible were brothers and sisters just like you. You know, black people were the brothers and sisters that's in this Bible with Native American people just like you. It is time for black, Hispanics, and Native Americans to come together. This is the time. Like I keep saying, we have a grace period in order to get ourselves together. We don't want to be swept away with the oppressor. But if you don't come up out of his ways, if you don't come up out of his culture, you know, then you'll have to be done away with your father. Scripture say you are of your father, the devil. Don't let everything that he has done to our people, you know, be swept up under the rug. We take on his tradition. This brother said, for the hurt of the daughter of my people, I ain't hurt. I'm a black man just like you. I'm black and astonishment. Astonishment had taken hold of me. Like I'm like just vexed, just astonished about how much as a race of people we've been through. You know what I'm saying? Slavery and the lynchings and the killing and the police brutality. Doesn't it sound like a brother that you see on the news now that's just just heartbroken? But this was happening hundreds of years ago. You know, we have to realize this wasn't the only captivity. We've been in captivity time and time again. Under the Egyptians, under the Romans, under the Greeks, under the Babylonians, and under the Persians. And it's astonishing how much we have been through as a people. Just because we chose not to be obedient to the Most High. We have found out that this is not going to work out. The only way it's going to work is the way the Most High said it is. Like that, let's get the Book of Lamentations, chapter 4, verse. The Book of Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 8. Their visage is blacker than coal. That's why it's very important. You always have that time for compact Bible dictionary, so you can look at these words. Visage is not a word that I've been familiar with. We're gonna bring it up. We're gonna see what the word visage is. Hopefully y'all can see it. Okay. All right. This is the Google dictionary of the word visage. A person's face with reference to form or proportions or the features. Okay. So now that we understand the meaning of this word visage, we can put it in its proper context. So let's go back. Go back and let's read it now. That we have a proper context of what the word visage means. You know what I'm saying? It means their visage is blacker than coal. So this is their appearance. Now the Christian church, you know what I'm saying, the oppressor tell you that you just a nigga, man. We don't we scriptures that talk about the appearance of these people that's in the Bible, you know, who are Israelites, you know. The oppressor loves to tell you that you just, you just a nigga, man. You know, you just a slave that came from Africa. You know, you ought to be happy that we brought you over here to America and, civilized you and everything. You don't understand that you are the greatest people on the face of the earth. These people are heathens, man. You know, these people right here have no promise from the Most High. If you have a covenant from the Most High, that's something that no man can give you. Not no amount of gold and diamonds or material things on this face of the earth can buy you a covenant. The only thing that can put this covenant to back into effect is you being obedient. Their visage is blacker than coal. They are not known in the streets. Their skin cleaved into their bones. It is withered. It's become like a stick. This is just like the other verse. Man. This is our people, suffering. You know, this is our people that are in the streets now, going through homelessness, being oppressed. This has happened for hundreds of years, man. You know, that's why the first thing that we have to do as people is just come together. No other nation is going to save us, man. When the goddamn oppressor sees a black man in the street, he look at you lower than the goddamn white man. He kisses his dog all in the mouth. You'll go to jail for killing a dog quicker than you will a black man. But everywhere you see propaganda about a goddamn white man, white angels, white prophets, white Jesus, everybody white. The Book of Lamentations said that this is blacker than coal. I mean, these brothers were black. These were some black people. Time to wake up, man. Time to wake up and understand, that this is your history, man. The history that the oppressor choose to teach you about, just one of many captivities that you have been through. But the Most High said, this is the last one. This is your time to get yourself together. You are not African American. You're not just a black man or a nigga. That you are part of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. You black man, you from the tribe of Judah, tribe of Benjamin, tribe of Levi. You came over here, your forefathers came over here in captivity. Your forefathers came over here on them slave ships. Yeah, these are the things you're not gonna learn in the month of Black History Month. The number one topic during Black History Month is Martin Luther King. And now we understand, especially in the ISUPK, what Martin Luther King led us to. Martin Luther King led us into being a subdued slave under the oppressor. Martin Luther King led you into giving away your black businesses, man, your independence to being another house. Let's get the book of Jeremiah, chapter 14, verse 2. So there's a race of people that always, that claims that they are that they are the real Jews. They call themselves the nation of Israel. They say that they are the real Jews. So let's see what the Bible says. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 14, verse 2. And it reads, Judah mourning in the gates of their language. These gates, that the tribe of Judah have is the map. It means it's falling apart. It means it's not no real barrier. It's not a real defense, man. They have no defense, man. They have no defense because the only defense that the Most High wants the tribe of Judah have, and all the other 12 tribes is Him. But we decided that we didn't want that. We decided we wanted to be just a normal nation like like the heathens, man. And we left these words, we left these statutes and commandments, man. And believing that, we've been disobedient to the Most High. So the defense that we have as a nation, which is the Most High, it's not them. And our so-called black leaders, you know, they sell you out to the oppressor, man, just so they could survive and live in luxury, so they could have the proper things, so they could be on top, so they could be in between the oppressor. They can't be on top of the oppressor, but if they could rule over you, and live better than you, that's what our black leaders, our so-called black leaders, our entertainers, our Christian priests, your pastors, your reverends. This is who everybody looks to as a leader in the community. They're supposed to be the gate for black people, but that gate is language. Judah mourning the gates their language. They are black into the ground. And the real, true, chosen people from the tribe of Judah are black people, man. And that's you, black man. And this is right here in the Bible. You'll have a lot of black people that tell you don't even worry about color in the Bible. But it's very important for you to know who you are. All the other nations, when they come here, they say, I'm Chinese, or I'm Russian, I'm Ukrainian, I'm German, I'm from the Congo, I'm Guyanese. And you only nation of people that you gotta just say you black. You gotta say you Puerto Rican. You gotta say these are bywords that the scriptures say that you will be called by a byword. And you would discontinue from your heritage. You are the only people that this Bible could be possibly talking. There's no way that the goddamn white man is the Jew. No goddamn way that oppressor has gone through these prophecies that's in the Bible. These prophecies is only talking about the black man, so-called black man here in America today. You black man and black woman, you are the tribe of Judah. They are black unto the ground, and the cry of Jerusalem has gone up. Your, your cries go up to Jerusalem, but the Most High is not going to hear you as long as you are participating in the ways of your oppressor. You cry for the oppression to stop, but you always ready for Christmas and Thanksgiving. You always worried about the next crawfish ball. You always got a goddamn blunt in your mouth. You know, you always worried about the next Valentine. These are the ways of your oppressor. As long as you choose to indulge into these traditions of your enemy, then you're gonna always be at the bottom. Because you have to be a participant in it, then you'll never go back into your culture. You'll never realize that your culture is way far greater than his. Let's drop that. Let's get the book of Acts, chapter 13, verse 1. You never see you never see depictions of you in these biblical scenarios. You never see, a good representation of black people, depicted by the enemy, by the oppressor. Anytime he shows you, you're always in a subdued scenario in captivity, man. You know, anytime he show any kind of biblical historical representation, then the black man he's always a slave. Man. You know, you have been through many slaveries, but there's times when you were a free man in a free nation, man. And the priests and prophets were also black men, were also men of color, like the Gadites, like the Native American brothers and Hispanic brothers. It's the book of Acts, chapter 13, verse 1. Now there were in the church that was Antioch certain prophets and teachers. These were, prophets. These were men of the Lord, man. Prophets and teachers, man. That was at the church of Antioch. These brothers, Barnabas and Simeon, called living. Now you wonder where they get this word nigga from. They tell you that it means ignorant and stupid and like that and stuff. So let's get the definition of the word. read this definition right here. This is the Google definition of the word night. And that word nigga or night, whatever you want to call it, you know what I'm saying? Directly translates to black, dark, or dusky. Is an adjective used to describe a dark complexion. You know, so we gotta understand it again of what we read, and we can use it in its proper context. All right. Now there were in the church that was Antioch, certain prophets and teachers, Barnabas and Simeon, that were called nigger, which means black. You know, but the Christian church tells you don't worry about color. Color ain't in the Bible. What does it? What doesn't matter what color the priest? It doesn't matter to you because you have been destroyed. You have been conditioned not to even consider yourself being anything but a former slave. You know, that ain't what the Bible said. The Bible said that there were certain people that were called nigger that were priests and prophets of the Most High. You understand? And that's our culture. We are a nation of priests and prophets. You know, that's what the Most High set us in this earth to be. Priests and prophets set us to be uh, uh, in charge of this earth. You know, and it's time for us to stop being at the bottom and start coming back to our true role within the earth. We need to come back to our true purpose, what Most High intended us to be, man. You know, which is lords and kings of this earth. These were the brothers in this Bible were priests and prophets of the Most High. All through the Bible is only talking about the nation of Israel. And, you know, and the nation of Israel, you know, are blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Let's get the book of Exodus. That's a look. It's the book of Exodus, chapter 4, verse 7. And he said, put thy hand into thy bosom again. And he put his hand into his bosom again and plucked it out. It was at his bosom. It's like, let me go back. All right, this is the book of Exodus, chapter 4, verse 6. And the Lord furthermore unto him, put now thy hand into thy bosom. And he put his hand into his bosom, and when he took it out, behold, his hand was as leopard as snow. Now this is Moses, man. You know, the Most High told Moses to put his hand into his robe. You know, his robe was covering up his hand. When he took it out, his hand was leopard as snow. We know what leopards is, but you know, leopards is a skin condition you know, like Michael Jackson, you know, so-called vitiligo, and this is when your skin loses pigment. You know, this is practical knowledge because it says leprous as snow. So it's telling you that this hand came out white as snow, as white as you can get. So he put his hand in his bosom. So his hand had to be, uh, a color, because he didn't put his hand in his already leprous. You know what I'm saying? He said when he plucked it out, no, let's continue. It's the book of Exodus, chapter 4, verse 7. His hand was already, when he pulled it out the first time, it was leopard as snow. Read. And he said, put thy hand into thy bosom again. And he put his hand into his bosom again and plucked it out of his bosom. And behold, it was turned again as is of the flesh. You know. But all your movies and depictions of Moses is he a whole leopard. He a whole leopard, and all the paintings that you've seen, all the pictures that you have been taught. You know, these people were white people. But we read it out in King James Bible right now. This brother, put his hand in his bosom and plucked it out, and it became white. And the Most High told him to put his hand back into his bosom, and it came back white. We read that the Jews are black. We read about the Israelites are black. We are brothers and sisters of color. So was Moses. Moses was a brother from the tribe of Levi, a dark-skinned brother. You know, your lineage is all through the Bible. You understand? What you have been taught from child until the adult is an absolute lie. You know, and don't let nobody tell you that it's not important for you to know what color the priests and prophets were in the Most High didn't want you to know that these scriptures would be in here. It's just important for you to stay dumbed down. That's what's important to everybody. You know, when we bring these things out of the Israelite school of universal practical, we want you to know that you are the most special people on the face of the earth. Not according to me, according to God. You understand? Let's get the book of Daniel, chapter 10, verse 6. Let's see what color the most. Let's see what color the most righteous man ever lived. Let's see what color is it. But we definitely know what color the oppressor say he is. But let's see what the Bible says. This you want to get Black history. This is where you get Black history right here in the ISUPK. We give you the Black history that matters. All right, this is the book of Daniel. This is a depiction of Christ. Understand? This is a depiction of, of Jesus Christ, known as accomplished. His body was also like Virgil. His face has the appearance of light. And his brother had a stern face. Man. His brother didn't play no games. Everything every second he's fun on the face of earth. He was about straight business, man. You know, because he knew he had an important mission, man. His mission was to save his people. His mission was to be the ultimate sacrifice, man, for our sins. And his eyes, as a lamp of fire, brother, had fiery eyes, man, for just being angry for seeing what his brothers was going through under this oppression, under the Romans, man. You know, how evil and wicked some of his brothers and sisters were. His brother right here was stern and upset and concerned. And his arms and feet were like the color of polished brass. You know, so let's get up till we get a picture of polished brass. Let's see. This is what polished brass or bronze looks like. This has no resemblance of the so-called goddamn devil, the oppressor, you know, who's depicted as Christ. This is not the same color as Caesar Borgia. This is the images that they give to you. You know, these are the images that you look at and you say, "Oh, that's Jesus Christ." You know, the Bible describes saying that his arms and hands were this color. You know, this is you're not going to be taught this anywhere on the face of the earth. They want you to know that you are that you come from the lineage of your house. You know, that to teach you that'll be a conflict of interest. Then you'll start taking on the ways of Christ. You'll start doing the things doing. You'll at least start following the law, statutes, and commandments. They don't want you to do that. They want you to believe that you just, just a nigga, gonna rap and play football or gonna be a nurse or be a stripper and smoke weed and just do, all the things that are unpleasant, unseen in the world. You know. But the Bible says something different than what the God, you know. And like Christians like to say the devil is alive. If you know the devil is alive, you want to know why? Because you are of your father, who is the God that speaks of. It's time for you to separate yourself from the goddamn oppressor. Let's look at the book of Revelations, chapter 1, verse 14. It's the book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 14. His head and his hands were white like wool. You understand? We already know that wool, when it's on a lamb, is white. Shalom, Sister CC, checking in. I got you. His head and his hands white like wool and white as snow. Now this is proper that they give you the context. Now we already seen, from the what the color of polished bronze and polished brass look like. You understand? We read in the book of Daniel that Christ's arms and hands and his feet were as polished bronze, right? So we were reading in the book of Revelation now, in chapter 1, verse 14. This is also a depiction of Christ. And it said his head and his hair were white like wool. Now, this is already gave you a depiction of his skin color. Now it's giving you, a description of the texture of his hair. Now, who does this sound like? When you already have this skin color and you have this hair texture, this is what they're not going to teach you, that Christ was a black man. Not according to Lamia, according to the scriptures. It said his hands and his hairs were white like wool, white as snow, and his eyes were a flame of fire. This was said in the book of Daniel. His eyes had this fire, you know. It's like we read in the other verses where it said that the brother was sad from seeing the black people, in the streets, But this is the same sadness and fury that the Most High has, seeing that his people have departed so far from the Most High. And look at us now, you know, we are so far from the Most High. We have totally taken on the ways of our oppressor. But the Most High does love you because he has put the ISUPK here in every city, every block. He loves you enough and he wants you to get yourself in order. He wants you to get yourself in order and have yourself straight before he sent Christ to destroy this earth. With that, she became secure to know. Like, this is the ISUPK security announcement. You know, the ISUPK started out on 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Group for new brother and sister. When a new brother and sister come into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They're to be saluted only. They're here to share themselves of the world. They need transportation, the teacher will arrange. After 6 months, if a brother and sister has interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother and sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After the 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Ties, which is a commandment, you find it in the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, in the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10, which means 10 in Hebrew, ma'ashanah, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher, priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Alcoholic convocations is the feast of Purim. Get with your camp leader in your nearest city and see what time that's being set aside to gather together for the feast. If you would like to become a trooper in the school, start wearing all black boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. This concludes the ISUPK security announcements. To the brothers and the sisters, I would like to say, Yahweh Shem Yahushua Barakatah. To the sister, I would like to say, Yahweh Shem Yahushua and Shalom.
Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The ISUPK, under Commanding General Yahana, presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026, in Houston, Texas. All Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Fresh lamb, fresh wine, and bitter herbs as commanded by the Most High. Only $200 per person, ages 17 and up. The biggest event of the year. There is only one Passover, and it's under Commanding General Yahana. See you there, Israel. Shalom.
Nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and war like apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us. Watch where you stepping.